Let me tell you a quick story. I'm currently sitting in a 2019 Chevrolet Suburban. This thing has it all. It's a Premier with a Premium Plus package. So it gives you specific 22-inch wheels. It gives you the power articulating side steps. And of course it has the navigation, the heated seats, the ventilated seats, the sunroof, the DVD. I mean, literally it has it all. And these Premium Plus models do come with the 6.2 liter V8. So it's a bigger V8 engine as well. And about a week ago, I sold this truck. A family had come in who bought a Suburban from us back, about 5-6 years ago. They wanted to upgrade to a new model. Now, right now, because of the GM strike that had happened a couple weeks ago that just ended, but I was going on for about a month, we're a little short on inventory, especially 2019s. And right now, we have all the Black Friday sales on 2019s. So it's a little frustrating at the moment, but I have this one Suburban left. So when these customers came in and said they want to look at a Suburban, I pulled it up front. We looked at it. It really was the new version of what they currently have. They're currently in a 2000, I think it was a 13 LTZ. So they fell in love with the truck. They liked the interior, they like all the equipment, they liked the color, it worked for them. So very quickly they decided that, you know what, if the numbers make sense, we'll do it. I offered a test drive twice and they declined. They said, no, we know what the truck handles like. We're going to love it. We like it. So, we'll go with it. Let's get the numbers together. So I go inside, we negotiate numbers. We do a trade appraisal, we negotiate the trade. Everything's going well. I go outside to get the exact miles off the vehicle, which we always do. And I look at it and it has 2,469 miles on it. So I realized that this is actually a demo. One of the owners or somebody was driving this vehicle. Normally they drive the vehicles to about 5,000 miles. So, I remember actually saying that to the customer, saying, wow, it's weird that they only drove it to 2,400. Usually they drive them about 5,000 miles. But, whatever. They probably just wanted to get out of the car or the truck early. So we moved forward. We continued negotiating the deals. They got a little bit more money off because now we realized it was a demo model. So we negotiated everything. We got everything squared away. They had to run home to get something. They were going to come back and do their paperwork. While they did that, we got everything ready to go. I got the truck gassed. I got it detailed. All the paperwork was printed. One of the last things that we print on a demo, or one of the last things that came up, was my finance director said, hey, do me a favor. We got to print the Carfax on this because it has some miles on it. So I did that. I printed 2 Carfaxes, handed them to him. We put them in the pile of papers. Customer came back in to sign, signed everything up, got to the Carfax, and noticed that not on the top where it would say it was an accident or anything like that, but in the history, there was a damage report. And like I said in videos in the past, anytime we have any kind of a damaged vehicle or something like that, we're going to disclose that to our clients to make sure they know everything about that car that we do. So in our stock book, which we have right here, I would normally have the invoice sheet. It would be stamped damaged, and we would have pictures and the repair orders of what actually happened to the vehicle. Slight slip up here. This car's been here for a number of months. This was not in the book. So when I grabbed the invoice, this stuff wasn't on it. I had no idea this vehicle had any kind of damage done to it. Now, here's the lesson that is learned. In the car business, if you're trying to be transparent, you got to say all the stuff up front. Because what happened was, after the customer is signing all his paperwork and he gets to the Carfax, he kind of felt like we just tried to slip that in last minute like he wouldn't see it, and that wasn't the case at all. We apologized numerous times. We explained the situation. I had gone into the body shop where I was able to go on the computer and print out everything that was on his hard drive, which shows the damage of the small deer that was hit by this Suburban. Everything was fixed, to as good as it can get, perfect condition. However, it did put a bad taste in their mouth, so they are not purchasing this particular vehicle. But because we're as transparent as we are, and I didn't just go to them and say, oh, it was nothing, it was just a fender bender, it was a deer hit, it was something small, lot damage, something like that. I was able to prove and show them exactly what it was. They are still actively trying to find a car and buy a car with me. The problem is we don't have anything to sell them at the moment. The inventory is so light on these trucks that I haven't been fortunate enough to get one in. Kim, you're on video.
One of your customers special.
Oh, good. Dude, it's so funny. Well, never a dull moment in the car business. I'm in the office, I'm recording about this truck. My customers that were the people who actually bought it just came back in. I've been having trouble trying to get them one, so they're gonna take another look at this and they might just take it. And again, it just goes to show if you can be as transparent as possible, especially in a situation like this where this customer thought we were trying to pull one over on them at one point, which we 100% were not. You know, when you're able to prove and explain yourself and show the details of what you normally do in your process, and in this case, it was just an honest mistake that it was a slip up, you know, here it is that I may still sell the same car to them, you know, so they're still happy with us, they're still doing business with us, and I'm very thankful for that. Do you have a plate? All right, here's your plate back. I gotta redo that. I gotta redo a lot of it. Michelle salvaged most of the paperwork that we were voiding out.
Here, set of sheets.
Thanks.
I mean, I went to town with the void stamp. Maybe next time they'll give me the deal so fast.
It's crazy how the car business is, right?
Even the trade though.
All right. So what happened was my customer came back, and it all happened so coincidental because we had money in house we had to refund. We were trying to locate a vehicle. I hadn't in the last 3 days been able to come up with a vehicle for him, so I really wanted to put the money back on their card for him, their deposit. So I did that this morning, and you know, obviously the deal, they weren't taking this car, so we started voiding out all the paperwork and getting rid of everything. So when they walked in, basically deciding that they might still take it, which it looks like they're going to. We're going to save them a little bit more money off the vehicle because of the situation, how it went down, and re-clean it, and we're good, right, Sal?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're right back. We saved them a little extra money on the truck. They're happy that we're doing that. They appreciated our honesty and all that stuff going throughout the process, and that they understood that it was a slip up, it was an accident, it wasn't intentional in any way. And we're gonna get her cleaned up right now. Re-cleaned. It's already cleaned from the other day, but you know, it's sitting out in the elements. Get her cleaned up right now. We got to reprint some of the paperwork with the new numbers and some of the stuff we started voiding out. But yeah, we're good. We got a car deal. All right, so what that was an umbrella and a thing of whiteout, holding it up across here so I can rest the camera on it facing me. That's how I had the camera up earlier. It just fell off. Videos in the past, I said I'm gonna get some sort of a suction cup shelf for here because the lighting is better coming this way rather than when I used to have the camera here, the lighting that way. I wish I could see. All right, it's not bad. We'll leave it here for right now. I know it's too bright behind me, but whatever. Wow, what an incredible day. Like, it's like I haven't made a YouTube video in about a week and a half. By the way, don't download TikTok if you have any kind of productivity going and momentum, because it'll literally take all your time. It's super addictive, and I have to delete the app, I believe, because it's wasting all my time. But anyway, cars on the road. Suburban's burning gas. Customers are happy. We're real grateful that they came back and they stayed with us, even though we had that little incident I was talking about earlier. And just to give you an idea, this is the form that we use, which is an acknowledgement of disclosure by dealership of damage or reconditioning to motor vehicle. And we use this on both used cars or anytime anything has any kind of lot damage, or if we got a used car and it was, you know, dented, keyed, something like that, and we have to repair it. We take the pictures, we we fill out one of these, we put the repair orders in there, and we show that to our clients before they decide to buy a car. This way they can use that in their thought process and make their decision, the proper way. So unfortunately, again, just a minor slip up that we didn't have this in the folder, so I didn't know until after the fact, which looked like we tried to hide it, but we really didn't. And my clients really understood that we didn't. And here we are a week later. They had some traveling they were doing. They came back and they decided to take advantage of the truck while we still had it, because we were unable to locate a similar vehicle for them. So I don't even know what time it is. I think it's around 2:30. I have delivery at 6:30. I'm gonna go eat lunch right now, and I wish all you guys a pleasant day.